Hello and welcome to a new video. So this is Nürburgring Blast. So new cars have been added to iRacing last night basically. The TCR that you can see in front of you here from the Hyundai, and also the TCR from Honda as well. But that's not what we're going to be racing today. Today we're going to try Lewis Hamilton's 2020 F1 car. Now apparently they've worked very closely with iRacing to try and get this kind of spot on. So this is going to be really interesting to see how it goes around the Nurburgring. Now, a couple of things. Normally we don't change the setup, but the default car was high downforce and 110 kilos of fuel. So the car as a baseline, just was quite slow. Just because of the heavy downforce and the heavy fuel load. So the only changes I've made is I've halved the fuel load, 55 kilos, and we've gone for the low downforce spec Mercedes W12. So let's see how this handles the Nürburgring. Let's get to it. Right, so here we are, a Mercedes W12 2021 F1 car driven by Lewis Hamilton and Valtteri Bottas. So let's see how it does on the Nürburgring Blast. The records to beat are F2004 at 5:16 and the FW08, 4 years younger than this in Gran Turismo Sport, that did it in a 5:17. So let's see how we go. Final corner, let's wind her up. You lost it already. Let's slow down for the first corner, try not to lock up too much. Now bear in mind I am on a Logitech G29 and we do not have a load cell pedal, so that's going to make that part tricky. Trying to carry as much pace as possible for this section without absolutely hitting these curves. We are an F1 car after all. Focus on the exit. There we go. Right. This is where we're going to need as much ERS deployment as possible. Now I've got no control over that. Fortunately, there's no like overtake button or anything like that I can force a deployment or anything. So we just have to ride what we're getting given. DRS is mapped, but there's no DRS detection zone, so it makes no difference. Flat out easily through Streeting Croix. Hard on the brakes, and then down, get it tucked in, and then use the curb on the exit. Down through the foxholes we go. Trying to build up as much momentum as possible. Flat out still. This car slows so quickly and there's so many gears. As soon as you're on the brakes, you're like down through the gearbox as quick as you can go. Right, least favourite corner on the track. Should be flat, and it is. Just try and avoid the curves here. They are mahootive. Tiny lock up there. Right, into this flash chicane should be easily flat out. Which it is. Miss, hit, miss. The little blend back on the power. Wow. Sticks. Oh, locked up the inside wheel there. Went very wide. Lost a bit of time there. This little tricky left-hand corner here. On the uphill right. There we go, we're through though, on the power, the hill we go. Through the louder kink, and then deep on the brakes. Come on, power up the hill. Right, this is where we need all that battery deployment. .12 kph. This is where it probably starts flattening out though. Yeah, 316. Flat out through the bravery corner, actually had to go down a gear. And then hard on the brakes. Get the nose in, come on. Understeer. Head towards the carousel, already up to 6th. Down to 3rd for the carousel. The sun is starting to go in my eyes. Oh, here it comes. Right, roller coaster section. Flat out, easy flat out through there. Damper brakes down to 6th. Avoid the curves again there because they are absolutely ginormous. Right, Dipperman. have a brake down to 6, back onto power. Try and hold it nice and tight. Use all that aero grip that we've got. A bit deep into there. Run a bit wide, but that's okay, we'll keep it going. Up on the power. Focus on the exit here. And just remember where the track is because you can barely see it sitting down low. Little lift, back on the power, up the hill. Again, we don't know where the track is, we're just remembering where it is. Up into 8th already, through the step-on bell off S. Come on, this is where we could have done with a bit more ERS. And the baby carousel, here we come. Down to 4th, get her in. Oh, and that was 5th in fact. It's meant to be in 4th. Lift, a bit too much of a lift there, went into that corner a bit faster than I was expecting. Right, onto Dottinger, we're almost there. Whew. This is where, if I had an overtake button or DRS, I'd have that mashed right about now. Whew. We can relax for a little bit. Let's see what kind of time we can do. We've got a few more corners to go. Bilstein Bridge coming up. This is on low downforce and I've taken half the fuel out, so just to try and make the car feel a bit more peppy with full fuel and high downforce. Wasn't too fast. A little bit scruffy there. And that's a 5:10. So we can see on the dashboard down there, that's a 5:10. It's a 5:10 10.103. So that is the fastest car we've had round here on Nürburgring Blast. Takes the top spot, and I have to say, really enjoyed driving this car. iRacing, you've done a top job. Car is fast, but it's not scary fast. It is controllable. Lower gears coming out some slow corners is a lot of hard work, but once you get it up to 3rd, 4th, it is a hoot. I really enjoyed driving this, and I hope you enjoyed watching it. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, perfectly fine, give it a thumbs down. If you thought that was crap, give it a thumbs down. Just let me know in the comments how I can do it better next time. And until then, we'll see you then. Bye.